I want to bring in my attorneys, defense attorney Carolyn Polisi and CNN and HLN legal analyst Joey Jackson. So you have the video, walking to, walking from. You have the police pulling him over, finding a gun they say was the gun used in this incident. And you have witnesses in broad daylight who saw all of this. This is an uphill battle for this man.
It certainly looks that way, Ashley. And, you know, you mentioned this part of Atlanta. I'm familiar with it, as are you. Peachtree, it's a Seminole street there. And you wonder what the backstory is in terms of what, if any, relationship. Was it a stalker? Was it a client? What actually happened here? Now, from a legal perspective, of course, we know that we don't have to establish motive, right? There's not motive required. All that needs to be established is that he's the one. But if you piece together everything you said and provided the ballistics match with the gun that they found, the body type matches in terms of look at the surveillance tape and look at your suspect, then it's going to be very problematic for him to overcome this.
I would agree with you in most cases because there's some nexus in most of those cases. And okay, so we don't have a motive, but they knew each other and they've been in a dispute in the past. This is the kind of thing where you absolutely are gobsmacked about why. He had no idea who she was by all accounts. She's walking across the street. It is broad daylight. There are people walking across the street as well, and he goes up to her back with the pistol and allegedly takes her down. So is that the kind of motive you kind of have to help me get past this?
Well, as Joey said, a motive is not necessarily an element of this offense that the prosecution is going to have to prove, but certainly the backstory is going to be a key element that any jury is going to consider when I think you get to the sentencing stage here. So once we find out more about the background between these two, you know, there could be mitigating circumstances involved. There may be circumstances that make this even a more horrific crime. So we have to wait and see.
For every mitigating circumstance, I got a family member of Trin Wynn who will be in that courtroom to unmitigate the mitigation.
Especially when it's in the back, Ashley. I mean,
oh my God. By the way, Trin Wynn, a lawyer like you guys, she was beloved in this community, unbelievably well educated. You know, she was part of the Pan-Asian community in Atlanta, a professional association. I mean, this was really a tragic loss for this town.
Went to Princeton, went to Emory Law School, by all accounts was doing wonderful work as an attorney. You just wonder, how do these things happen and why do they need to happen?
So unbelievably
Scratch your head.
Scratch your head. Hold that thought for a moment. Vigilante justice, or just